Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another Full-Time Devils podcast. I am Adam Mckola. Today, I am joined by Stephen Howson, Mr. Andy Tate, and of course, Jay as well with his big shiny head. We're here in the international break to talk about one thing and one thing only.
That? Yeah.
He does moisturise that. But also, Colleen Rooney against Rebecca Vardy is well and truly kicking off, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care about that. What I care about is the replies to it. The internet is undefeated.
Yeah.
The best one that I immediately saw was Carragher and Neville analysing a tweet, and I just nearly died. I choked. I made like a dolphin noise. It's got on Monday Night Football. They've got it on the wall,
right, yeah.
And it's got them two like standing there pointing at it, and someone's photoshopped the tweet into it. The internet's amazing.
Talking about Gary Neville, he didn't backtrack on the Vardy and Rooney thing like he backtracked on the thing he argued with me about, did he? Hey,
not bitter out, no.
Hey.
Now, my dad texted me the other day, like, Ad, look, you're right.
Gary Neville was wrong. There's a shocker.
Do you want to get back to Rooney and Vardy? Because
we
don't want to talk serious stuff.
Let's not talk serious.
It's better than United at the minute.
There's more fight.
It's got the impending doom.
As soon as I tried to push United back into it, all I used that face.
Just like they've got the impending absolute butt fucking we're going to get from Liverpool next Sunday. So yeah, let's talk about footballers' wives.
It reminds me of this when I used to work in the office with my dad. Every day I used to see this, it's obviously an old saying, lambs to the slaughter, but every day I used to see this bus of sheep driving to the slaughterhouse up the road.
All right.
And I used to just think, do they know where they're going? And that's us going to Old Trafford.
That is us, isn't it?
That's us going to Old Trafford. Lambs to the slaughter.
Is it lambs or sheep?
Both the same, aren't they?
No.
Get lamb out of both of them.
Lambs are young sheep, aren't they?
Yeah, but
If
I'm
you
probably wrong.
If you eat a sheep, are you eating lamb?
No. I'm probably wrong, but I'm going to say it with conviction and confidence and make everyone think that I know what I'm talking about. Bingo. So I think like a lamb is like an 8-month or younger sheep. I think once you get to like 9 months, you're a sheep.
Is mutton sheep?
That's anything older than a lamb.
Right.
Okay, yeah, mutton's banging.
Mutton.
That's a proper young sheep, that though, to be like.
So when the same mutton dressed as lamb means like an old lady dressed as like a young one.
Yeah.
But it literally means someone's trying to serve you a
or
10-month-old lamb or 10-month-old sheep and telling you it's lamb. Like, does it actually taste that difference 8 week out?
I'm not a big lamb fan, to be honest with you. I'm not
fruit and veg, yeah, it's nice, it's better. Yeah, one's it cooked right.
A lamb roast.
It's all right.
Yeah, lamb. Yeah, lamb's nice.
Why do you always have to have mint sauce with lamb as well?
I know, man.
No one's ever gone, let's have a chicken and a bit of mint sauce.
I do.
You're fucking weird, man.
I have mint sauce in my roast.
With chicken?
Chicken, yeah.
Yeah, but only with like a roast. Even with a roast, no. It's weird.
Yeah. Sure. Even on a sandwich? Mayonnaise and mint sauce?
Shut the fuck up, man. That's weird.
Banging. Try it sometime.
Lamb chop, butter.
Lamb chop and butter?
Like applesauce is supposed to be for pork.
Sandwich.
Butter.
I don't
sandwich.
Eat pork. I have it with lamb.
Pork's a
Applesauce
one,
is
mate.
banging.
You don't know what you miss.
We get back to the football, please.
No. Talk about Rebecca Vardy again.
Most black people I've met in my lifetime didn't eat pork. So you saying that surprised me?
No, I went off it. I was at a time when I didn't eat pork, but it was just too nice. So I gave up and started eating it again. Yeah, I've got a few mates. I know what you mean.
Maybe my mate Farky ate with ham once and pissed myself while he was doing it. He knew he was doing it.
That was like royal family.
Didn't like hold him down. He was just eating it like this, wounded. Just get down, you.
Yeah, but wait for Villam when he brings his vegan missus home.
Mate, that's men.
And Nana goes,
right.
"Do you have wait for Villam?"
Someone's walked shit in here.
Royal Family was class.
Dave,
classic Royal Family.
Royal Family was absolute
genius.
Is it the best British sitcom?
Yeah, over the last 20 years, yeah.
No.
Oh,
Before
Phoenix
Del
Nights.
Boy.
Phoenix Nights trumps it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Only Phoenix Nights, only Phils and Horses, Royal Family.
People don't like Only Fools and Horses now because it doesn't stand up well in terms of political
correctness.
correctness.
No, I do.
But I still like
it.
it.
Still does, though.
It's funny.
I know they say
they say
things
like
that, and
about like you can
I think they're drunk.
And they say like you can catch AIDS from a pair of scissors and things like that. And it's like
the thing is though, comedy's not meant to be necessarily politically correct. It's meant to represent the caricature of what people are actually like. And are you telling me people don't say because I'll tell you they absolutely do.
Well, they did in them
and
days.
they definitely did in them times.
Yeah, of course they did. Do you know what I mean?
And I think they used the word coloured in that as well. But it's weird because like my grandma was an immigrant from Ireland, but she used the word coloured. I was probably a coloured grandson.
My gran was using it until about 2 years ago. I gave up trying to tell her otherwise.
Right.
Don't worry about it now.
This has definitely gone west this week, hasn't it?
Let's keep going into the forest. Let's see where it takes us. Next thing we'll be talking about Al Qaeda.
Get it.
There's one.
Take us into the forest. You've been watching the Blair Witch Project.
Harry's will be buzzing about this.
Do you know what? Blair Witch Project was actually
I would like to apologise to the people from Harry's.
Time, wasn't it? That was a great film.
Was that one where
I thought it was Pony.
Well, the snot coming down his nose
I was
when
like
she's
13 or
snivelling.
14 when
I went to the cinema
to
to see it. It was absolute shite. Everyone was raving about it because it's different. It's on a camcorder and all the rest of it. But I didn't think it was all that.
It's just dawning on me that I've never seen it.
The very end, yeah, that's the scary bit. Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's just dawning on me that I've never seen it.
It's not all that, mate.
I'm going to drop a spoiler alert in for you. So they're in the woods. They're going on about this thing, and there's like this rumour going around that there's a guy that he'll kidnap you, and he doesn't like to just kill people. He makes you stand in the corner while he kills someone else, and then it's all shot on a camcorder.
Is it a found footage thing? Yeah. It's like found. It was like the first one.
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, it's like the first thing. First film.
The very ending of the film. Spoiler alert is a guy sort of gets dragged down some stairs into a basement, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And then you see someone standing in the corner facing the wall, and then it just ends, and you're like, oh!
So it is scary like that bit at the end, but the preceding 2 hours is absolutely
because like most horror films, they've got a bit of a jumpy part in it, and I hate that sort of shit.
I like horror films that make me
Do
feel
you know
like
what?
they're
Actually,
real.
I should watch it again. Is it any good? Because I was in a dark place when I was in the cinema at the time, drinking cider and all sorts of shit was going on. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good. I haven't watched it since, so I don't know.
I was only about 18 when it came out, and yeah, I think I was half levered. Yeah. So
Horror films.
I don't like horror films. I'm too.
They need to be real.
Fragile mentally.
Yeah, I don't think you and horror films in a good mix. I would not watch a horror film with you just in case I woke up dead.
I've had to walk out of the cinema.
Scary
sometimes.
movies more
like
night
with like gunfire scenes.
Saving Private Ryan and all that.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to leave.
When you told me what happened to with 2 misses when you had a nightmare.
Yeah, that's happened a lot. I've done room clearances in my head. I've volleyed the missus straight out of bed. Strangled her.
That is a room clearance.
If you just tune in, this is the Full-Time Devils podcast. You haven't accidentally gone to
I think you could just
PTSD Central,
break, right?
Yeah.
You could just tell it's the international break, and the only thing we've got to talk about is
I know, mate. Listen, I'd
Rooney
rather
against
hear
Vardy.
about.
Who wins?
Are we all Team Rooney here or what?
Do you know what? I saw
anyway.
a tweet before, which is it's all kicking off in the Vardy household this morning. Rebecca's shrieking blue murder. Jamie's on his 9th Red Bull of the morning. It's only 10:30.
What's funny is
I just love
Jamie Vardy's probably the only person that loves energy drinks more than you.
Yeah, you do love energy drinks.
Have you cut down a lot now?
Water. Hey, for our listeners there. Stephen Howson's not on a Red Bull.
Fucking Jackson tan me at the minute, son.
He's changed, man.
Mate, you have changed. Seriously. I got a message once saying I've just seen Stephen Howson buying a Red Bull.
Just once?
Nice one.
I'm starting to worry for you, actually, with you being sober and all that, because we're shit at the moment.
Oh, mate, it's a test of my sobriety. I'm telling you what. Hey, I've done that. Listen,
like I brought that back
do you know
there for
I've
the
been
people?
sober throughout the entire post-Fergie era as well. Well, almost. I'm 5.5 years. So
you're the fucking problem.
I think since I started
Well,
drinking.
this is the lowest of the low. You look at
Is that
alcohol
a
as a
name?
friend now, don't you?
Look, I think your kids and your
Mate, I
missus
drink
are...
rum
Yeah,
like
this
I'm
is
a
it,
fucking
yeah.
pirate at the minute.
Say again?
I drink rum like I'm a fucking pirate me at the minute.
No, I think I know full well that if the only way I could make this situation any worse is if I got back on it. I would just be like,
Listen, why not?
We'd have some great fan cam, bro.
For a pure social experiment, let's just get twisted, Jay. Fuck it.
Let's not drag it down to that dark place. It
Yeah,
will
no.
be like Blair Witch.
What's the
Project.
worst that can happen?
Listen, last thing I need to be doing now is...
Remember that rum bar we found in... sorry, Andy.
We get done by Liverpool, I'll be on the Southern Comfort, me. I tell you straight after kick off.
Oh, Mrs. is a bit funny like that. I don't really get it, me. Rum's my tipple of choice at the minute.
Rum was always good for the away dark rum. You know when you
Spice.
couldn't drink on the coach? So you used to have it in your coat, didn't you?
Yeah,
Because it looks, yeah.
My old man still brings his flask in with whiskey
that's
in his
meant that.
pocket.
Do you not search him and like touch him up and that?
Well, he's Asian as well. He gets away
What's
with it.
going on here?
Must plug it.
Security
Ridiculous.
app.
Ridiculous.
Club
What
a
is
joke.
going on with this?
I was-
security?
We voted Brexit.
Our Asian
Brexit.
people sneaking in things into Old Trafford. What is going on?
We didn't vote for this.
Quick, someone get Farage on the phone.
Yeah, Harry's are definitely loving it this week. We're definitely loving it.
Some explaining to do. Wait, let's talk about some football.
You don't want to look like Al Qaeda. No, what? They have lengthy beards.
We'll get to that later.
That's two.
Yes.
My head's gone.
Right, the autopsy from Sunday.
Oh,
I'll tell you
how
Keep
bad
talking
it
about
is. How
fucking
bad it is
football.
when Andy Tate's the one who's getting us back on track. When he's like, "No, come
I
on,
didn't come here to talk football.
enough tomfoolery now, boys. Let's."
Definitely not United, at least. I'll talk other football.
Yeah.
Go on, Andy. What you want to say?
Go on.
Because you're the only one that wants to talk about football.
There's a war coming. I was going to say that. There is a war coming.
Are Al Qaeda involved?
Oh,
3.
no, come on. Like I say, we've got a big game week on Sunday, and it's not looking good, is it? Really not looking good. It's a potential catastrophe.
Did they break a record if they beat us as well for consecutive wins?
Yeah.
I think every game they win now is a new record for them.
Not in general though. Did City do 19? Didn't they?
No, City did 15, so they're not.
No, don't they equal it by beating us?
Oh,
They've
right,
already
okay.
equaled it or something.
That's fucking depressing, isn't it? That shows how
But are they any good
horrible.
though? I mean, really.
Liverpool. Just VAR in it. It's helping them.
What, European
Yeah.
champions?
Anyone can be European champions. Chelsea was European.
was so 2008.
Forest won 2.
He dived on Saturday,
Do you know what I
man,
mean?
didn't he? So
Yeah.
of course he did.
Exactly, they cheated all the way. All these
That
games.
was a foul, though. It was a penalty.
No, it wasn't.
It was a penalty.
Contact's not a foul.
It was a penalty.
He
Here's the
felt
problem,
it
when it
and
goes to
went
VAR,
A
down.
foul is a
It's gotta
foul,
be-
regardless of whether a player goes down
I think
or not.
that
No, but contact isn't a foul.
I think
But, yeah, but it was a foul.
it doesn't help though when you look like Mark O'Brien.
Did he get the ball?
Because he just looks like someone who's just dopey, doesn't he? And like, do you know what I mean? He's got such of the Phil Neville's about him where when he commits a foul or it looks like a foul, you look at him and you think, yeah, that's a foul.
Do you reckon Matty Longstaff would have been working on the waltzes if he wasn't a footballer?
That's a good one, that. I don't know, probably.
Why? Why are we saying that?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about football.
Are they travellers?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Looks like a guy that's got a pair of grey Nike jogging bottoms in his locker, doesn't it?
Remember Ravon?
Rave on.
The louder you scream, the faster the ride.
Right.
Shabba.
Shabba.
Yeah, Shabba.
The best bit is when, what's his name? The one with the glasses and he takes a jab behind the bar.
Oh, Spencer.
And he goes in on his interview and he goes, well, you won't be paying my wages because the DSS...
You're hired.
Yeah,
But when he's walking through the thing, clearing the smoke, smacks Potter's head. That's my favourite bit.
Phoenix Knights is so good.
I love Kenny.
You really wanted more so desperately.
I love
Did
Kenny-
like 6
Kenny
episodes.
Senior.
or
You did
something.
get it a
Yeah.
bit from Max and Paddy, but
It wasn't quite the
wasn't
same.
the
Max
same.
and Paddy was a step down. It's like when Joey did his spin-off after
Oh,
Friends.
that was terrible.
Mate, don't get me started on
I've had
Friends.
messages about his
Do
views
not
on
get
Friends.
me started on Friends.
People message me
Friends
because he
is
don't like.
shit.
No, it's not.
Friends is shit.
Jennifer Aniston.
Why is Friends a big deal?
If
Why
all
is it
that
a
it
big
birthed
deal?
was Jennifer Aniston.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
Jennifer
can-
Aniston.
Comedy
That's
Central
all you need to say.
every day. And like, because I watch South Park the last thing at night, if I switch my TV on the next day, Friends is on. And sometimes I watch it for 20 minutes. I don't laugh once, but this is apparently one of the most funniest things ever.
How you
one of the greatest
doing?
comedies. It's not funny.
It's not meant to
funny.
be laugh out loud
You got
funny.
that,
It's
that
meant to
one
be
bird
background
that
noise.
sings shit songs
Phoebe.
that aren't funny either.
Smelly cat. Smelly
It's
cat.
supposed to be funny. How is that funny?
Get me a guitar. I'll reincite it.
Don't bring the pretty lady.
It's a shit.
These
it's
are
a
laughing.
shit show.
You're not laughing.
It's a shit show.
Listen,
Translate to
when someone eats Ross's sandwich, it's hilarious.
And then you hear that they get paid.
Pivot!
They got paid
Pivot.
a million. Yeah, that's
Pivot.
not funny.
Why am I laughing?
It is. I did that downstairs when we were moving them chairs and no one knew what I was on about.
It's because it's
You mean
shit,
it? You mean he
Jay.
didn't know what he was on about?
'Cause it's shit.
Yeah, Pepsi Max up Jay's nose, I know.
This is what's come to. I'm snorting Pepsi Max now. I can't.
At
I
least it's
can't
not
drink.
the other Coke.
Hey, I can't drink and snort Coke. So
I'll do Fanta Dark.
Pepsi Max.
Dark
Pepsi
Fanta.
all right? Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
See, Andy tried to get us on the football, but we weren't
No,
our way
mate,
out of
we
it
are.
again.
Just absolutely point blank refuse.
I tell you what is terrible. That's popular. Big Bang Theory.
That's awful.
Right,
That's
it's
dog shit. But again,
so bad.
And they got a
here's the
spin-off.
formula: banging bird, wearing very little, don't really need a plot.
Penny.
Is she banging?
Oh, yeah, she's banging, all right. Yeah, she's banging. She's hot.
Right.
Do you want a
It's
shovel?
not what you're saying.
Like
It's
a
the fact that we have an audience today and you're just saying things like that. Where if, it was, if my missus was
I'll
there,
get
I'd be
murdered
eating
later,
this
don't
microphone. Trust me. I'd be getting this microphone wrapped right round my head.
I'll get the Matt
On
Simpson
camera.
expression
Oh, shit.
later.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, shit.
He's not even allowed to say he loves Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah, even that's testing the waters.
Listen, there's an absolute banger of a game that's on this weekend. What's going on here now?
What are you doing, you?
Your phone now.
Oh, yes, Salford's in the rugby.
Right.
Remember we went to that one?
You're into rugby, aren't you?
I should think so.
And you're
we
in
get a ticket
Salford,
again?
yeah?
Yeah,
That's fair enough, right? I don't mind people like that. But all this bandwagon jumping on Salford.
You used to
does
play?
my head. No,
That's why I'm not having
a dig
I've
at
been
you.
hammered for it. I played for
I
Salford.
know. That's why I'm not having a dig at you.
I'm not going, but I really hope they do it. I
this
really
whole
hope they do it.
People who've never even fucking been near Salford, all of a sudden
didn't we
loving
see
Salford
Salford play?
bores me.
No, it
to
was
tears.
Warrington and Wigan. We won.
Memorable game then, yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
You know,
I went to one bloke outside the ground. Remember, we was doing the interviews and we just stuck the mic in his face and he just went,
Rugby League! Nick, I'll send it you and you can throw it in. It's a Rugby League. We've got it as a GIF and a little finger.
Do you know what? Like, I used to cover it for when I was in radio now and again, just the grand final and stuff like that. And it's mad to me that you get fans of other teams going to watch it. Like,
no, but
the tickets are open
I've probably
sale.
been to, out of the last 10 years, probably 5 of the grand finals because it's a weird culture. Like, you don't get it in football. You wouldn't have, like, Liverpool fans like, oh, it's sitting United in the final this year. We'll go and get the neutrals.
Yeah.
No, but that's
like that.
It used to happen in football back in the
Yeah,
day.
probably.
Because when you chat to Ray and that, Ray will say when United were away, he'd go Main Road.
My
What,
dad
City?
went to
granddad said
an
that.
FA Cup
He
final
had a
once at
spot
City
at
were
Main
in
Road just
in
behind the
81
goal.
when he
It's
played
weird,
Spurs
innit?
because he got a
Like-
ticket. Yeah, he went.
If one of us got spotted at City or Liverpool,
But
That'd be
then-
the rumour.
there'd be murders, innit?
He's actually a City fan.
And it's like,
I watch Oldham Athletic, it don't get broadcast.
Mate, you work there.
I know,
That
but-
does get broadcast.
yeah, over the last
I get sent pictures of you.
You're only got to Oldham because you want to see some football, some good football.
Some football. Got the same
last
amount
couple
of
of weeks
points
I've
as
been
United at the
tweeting about
moment.
Salford. And people are like, you fucking tweet about it. I'm like, no, I don't tweet about it.
No,
'Cause my
I know.
audience is
That's why
generally-
I can't say you're a fucking bandwagon jumper and like other people that have been like there and thereabouts with Salford, like Webby and all the rest of it. But it's like when you get people who just I've never heard them mention it
getting
once,
on
and
Twitter.
they're like,
people are like,
Salford
yeah,
is great.
they've never fingered it. I'm trying to find some photos of me playing because I've got a few from the. Because someone was like, bet you don't even know where the Willows is. Like, I played there.
Wow. I love that. I love that shit. Mate,
Like, no, you didn't. Like,
You do
all right,
love a
didn't.
good bandwagon, don't you?
yeah.
Put it
I got
this way,
some
mate.
questions.
If they fucking shut up, I'm talking. If they fucking win this weekend, I'm gonna be in that fucking canal on top of O'Neill's barge from mid-knob out, going fucking mental.
Webby's in there somewhere.
We'll wait till Adam's spoken
wait.
about football in some capacity before we move on to that.
Some questions. Jack Smith.
Are they football related?
Yeah.
Well, fuck
Who
'em
wins
off
in a
then.
fight, Colleen Rooney or Rebecca Vardy?
My money's actually right. Even though I want Colleen
no,
to
you
win,
know,
I
this
think
is-
Rebecca wins.
Nah.
Because she's a unit.
Right. I think Colleen's
In a
got
nice
a bit
way.
of a. She's got
I
like a
mean-
bit of a Hungarian sort of
Like-
shot put sort of stature
See-
going on. She's scouse, which
no.
means that she's gonna go dirty early. I reckon there's like a scrappiness about her. I reckon Rooney's allegedly. Oh, hang on. I can't
Oh,
say
do you know
this.
what though? Actually, you might have a thing because like all that pent up anger from things she's had to like just
From
ignore,
all of the time she's had to,
ignore
all of the phone
certain
calls
things,
she's
yeah.
had.
That's called.
yeah.
It's like a thing in law when I did my law degree. There's this thing called battered women syndrome.
Right.
So
Where you
women
just,
could
like-
get, you know, like when men like mistreat women over a
Yeah.
long period of time.
Like United
Like
did
just
to us.
little things.
Yeah.
And then they crack and kill them.
Yeah.
Like they get away with it.
She could
'cause it
snap.
was like-
yeah, there was that woman who got away with it. She smashed her husband's head in the kitchen. But
Probably deserved it.
Yeah, he did. Well, she went to jail for 8 years, but on appeal, they've just recently released her because
Called
he was
battered
horrible. He
women.
made her sign a contract and all that before he like don't interrupt when I'm talking and all this shit.
Where'd you get these contracts?
I don't know. I tried it. I suggested it in our house. And, yeah.
W.H. Smith, you just have to fill in the name.
Yeah.
Right, so
outside
it's
the
like a
bottom.
template.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like bullet points.
like a
You know,
template
when
tenancy
when I'm
agreement.
talking, you're not. When I make a point, you agree with
It's
it.
like them things people make when FIFA comes out.
Yeah.
Oh mate,
Don't
yeah,
interrupt me while I'm
like
playing.
the World Cup thing, yeah.
Like, why are you trying to make your pretend girlfriend sign a fucking contract?
Exactly,
Fucking
you
virgin.
blatantly have it, yeah, 100%.
Who wins then? Colleen or?
I'm going
I
Rebecca.
don't know, you know, because
I want
reckon there's
Colleen, but
I've
I
got
think
a crackhead
Rebecca.
vibe about Rebecca.
I just think Rebecca.
Can't
like,
keep a crackhead down like zombies.
yeah, I think like
See him get run over and pop up.
Rebecca,
don't
mate.
ya?
You see when she was in the jungle, she was like,
don't watch that shit.
No, man, I do. She's
Nah,
right,
but
she's
like
right.
I say,
Prediction?
I'm
Vardy
going
or
for
Rooney?
Rooney's wife.
I say Colleen on points because I reckon she's got a bit of a wrestle about her.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I want Colleen to win.
I want Colleen to win, but I don't
Jack
know.
says, who wins in a fight?
In
Wayne
her
Rooney or
family's got-
Jamie Vardy?
Chat shit,
I
get
mean,
banned.
Jamie
Colleen's
Vardy's got a bit of a crackhead
boxing
vibe about him.
background.
No,
Colleen's family got a bit of a boxing background, like a dad or something like that. I've heard that over.
Probably.
Rooney's family has as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rooney.
so
Yeah,
got
there's
flattened
a
by
bit-
Phil Bardsley.
There's
Oh,
a
no,
bit of
that's
boxing
stats.
in there,
Yeah.
so yeah, she'd definitely take her head off.
I don't know, man. I mean, the Red Bulls Jamie Vardy allowed beforehand.
We won't be having a party though,
Here's a
will we?
great one. Instead of deactivating his account, Has Ollie really just blocked everyone on Twitter except Rebecca Vardy?
Do you reckon he actually DM'd that dude?
I don't know.
Let's talk about that actually.
No,
right, give a bit of context to it then, because people might not.
So Rebecca Vardy. Oh, that. Oh.
Yeah.
So this guy, I believe, was tweeting or
United Arena, innit? It's actually like really good for United stats.
Yeah.
Check them out; they're actually pretty good.
Yeah. So United Arena, they share quotes, share stats, share things like that, and they tweeted him like a message of support, and he replied back saying, "I'm glad you can see some improvement.
Glazes out.
We're trying to," but it's like
what
I tried to do all the usual zooming in to see if it was a Photoshop and all that. It didn't look like a Photoshop, but I don't know. Like,
so it looks like he's logged in, gone, and then deactivated his account. Which is hilarious if he has.
But sometimes there's methods to this. Like, he probably knows if I DM a big Manchester United account, they're going to share that. And then I deactivate.
They'll see that I've deactivated because they'll click on it.
Yeah. Because there was a point where we knew that was his account. And then in a press conference, he denied it was his account. And or
I never saw that.
There was a denial somewhere where it wasn't his account. And then... Because he said he wasn't on social media. Do you remember?
Is it not right, though?
Confirm or deny.
Is it not right, though? Do you not think that he shouldn't really have a Twitter account?
I don't care.
I don't have one.
At the end of the day, it's a fucking
Tate. I don't have one.
I'm Andy
You know what I mean? I don't
yes,
have one.
and I consider that to be exactly the same as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
I'm not on a level with him, but I don't have one.
Right.
Why I'm not even gonna... Mike Phelan's got one.
Yeah, now how good does that look now in retrospect with all them tweets he was doing fucking 6 months ago? Like, showing off.
Follows me, Mike Phelan.
Has Ed Woodward got one?
Right, okay, then, yeah. I wish he did.
Do you know what?
So
they've all got one, right? They've all got one.
No, you're right.
Whether it's got their name on it or whether it just says Smiggins.
Yeah.
Smiggins.
I don't know. Whatever. Like, not Ed Woodward.
William says, do you believe United will finish in the top 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, top 10, yeah, definitely.
Look, at the minute,
Genuinely
like, it's
know.
dog
Really?
shit. Don't make me talk about football, but we're gonna, right? It's well shit at the moment, but we've got like 4 or 5 first choice players out. This squad was paper thin, and then you take half of it away, you're dealing with just dross at the minute.
You'd argue that our 3 best players are out.
Yeah.
In Pogba, Martial, and
Luke
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, not Luke Shaw.
Right, sorry, yeah. Our 4 best players. No, but our most talented, gifted players are probably Martial and Pogba, and probably our best natural defender is Wan-Bissaka.
Well, the only good thing I'm going to take out of this is because there'll be no European football next season, and it's going to cripple them upstairs.
That's good for us as well.
No, the conference, yeah.
No European football.
Well, isn't the Europa Conference coming in next year?
That's why I
Is
want
it next year or the year
us
after?
to finish 10th, 11th. So we don't even get
We
conference.
may as well finish 10th rather than 6th, because does anyone want Europa?
Another trophy that we need to win.
Oh no,
That's
is what
still
I mean.
listen, watch how I spin this at the end of the season. When we come 10th and are fucking banging that Europa Conference pot 1, right?
Get relegated.
Another trophy that we needed to win. We've already
Completes the set.
Now we've got to complete the set.
We've never won the Europa Conference. It's the one thing we never
and after
achieved.
that, we've got to go for the leasing.com trophy as well, because never won that neither. These
We're
are
still
our
in
goals.
that,
I'm still in the trick or trade.
These are our goals for this season. Leasing.com. Go on a
about
Wembley.
we're doing check and trade. They ain't even paid for it.
Oh, right, yes,
Go on.
It's leasing.com.
Right, leasing.
Trophy.
Yes. Right. Harry's the personal grooming guys. They sent us.
So you don't look like Al Qaeda.
They sent me and Adam Mckola one of their packs. So it's like, if you don't know about Harry's, they do like a personal shaving experience. So you get sent products, you send it out to you, so you get like a razor and gel and all the rest of it, and it's like sort of a high standard. So it's like, it feels like you've been to a professional barber who does, when you have your shave at the barbers and all the rest of it. So they sent one to me and Macca. Obviously I've used it. You can tell the difference. Nice and smooth, looking fresh. Didn't use it on my head. You can't use it on my head. Just used it on my chin. Used it, and it is. He can sell it. It does feel good, and it's like one of those where it's not priced. It's not overpriced and everything. We've got to deal with them as well. So it's like you can get a free trial set for $3.95. So if you support our podcast, you get your trial set delivered to you, including a razor handle, 5-blade cartridge, foaming shave gel, and a travel blade cover. So go to harrys.com/devils. That's harrys.com/devils. Now, we'll put a link in the description. And like I said to you, it is one of those, like you see these adverts, you think, razors and all the rest of it, and there's loads of them on the telly, but it is a decent deal. It's a really good deal because $3.95 for a trial set. Get it, check it out. We've been using it, me and Macca, and it's it's one of those where it's nice.
Rip off now.
It's not exactly. This is like a proper bargain, and it's done the trick. You know, you're getting quality, and what they do is it's all sort of like self-sufficient. Started by 2 guys called Jeff and Andy, 2 ordinary guys, fed up with overpriced races. Started Harry's. Don't know why they chose that name.
Maybe their dad's name.
Yeah, Jeff and Andy. So maybe they compromised. We won't call it Jeff. We won't call it Andy. We'll call it Harry's. So they bought their own factory. So it's all like in-house. Did it all themselves, and they're doing really well. And it's worth checking out.
Jay, people want to know if you shave your nuts with it.
No, I didn't shave my nuts with it. I used it only on my chin and my neck and my
nipples
under my nose. Macca did a bit of a trim. You see difference there because he's obviously got a beard, so he did a bit of trim. I did a full thing.
X-rated.
No,
it's not X-rated.
What's X-rated?
Fucking scrotum shaving.
That's not X-rated.
That's
a vital piece of male grooming. Andy.
Looking at most people have beards now, including like 75%.
Exactly. So if you've got a beard, you can still use it.
By the way, Harry's don't want you to use them.
And if you've got nuts,
don't want you to use them on your face.
Yeah, use it on your face. He's done it to trim his beard. I've done it to get rid of. Yeah.
Before I came.
Exactly. So it's worth checking out. Go and have a look in the link in the description.
Harrys.com/Devils. Back to these questions now. Honest opinions on Ollie's tactics and substitutions.
Not good. He's
that's from Ian.
He's playing a defensive formation when he's obviously wanted to play the United way, which is attacking.
What do you mean defensive formation?
Well, like you say, like Pogba's a holding midfielder. He's holding back. It's a tight back four with McTominay and Pogba can't go forward as much. They're keeping it tight, and you can't release the players to go forward.
I'm not sure it's necessarily a defensive formation.
But I think the point he's making in regards to Paul Pogba starting from deep is a valid one, and I think that.
No, it isn't. I totally agree. I wouldn't call 4-2-3-1.
I don't think it's set up to be defensive, but the way it plays out, it turns out to be.
They played Fred and.
Was it Pereira?
Yeah, was it Astana? It was whoever it was. I think it was Europa League, and you're just like that. It's 4-2-3-1, but it's not defensive.
Justin Morehouse done a cracking tweet about Fred. There was something I'd have.
Oh yeah, there's about 10 Freds I can think of. I'd rather see play for United. Who was the other one? Fred West. And who was the other one?
I don't know.
I couldn't think of one. Fred West. I couldn't think of another Fred.
Freddy Krueger.
Maybe he was going into wrong fiction.
Yeah. Fred McCann.
No, it's no.
There's been a lot of Phoenix Knights themed talk today, isn't it? So,
he was on it, Justin Morehouse. With a tiger face.
Yeah. Say what gets rid of that.
Turned into meatloaf.
Human shit.
Wearing a City shirt.
He's had Swarfiga on his face.
Yeah, how did that happen? How'd they end up wearing a City shirt in it when he's a red? I don't know. Because they've been like, put that on. No.
Do you remember when Max's brother gets shot in a United shirt? By his dad's old Mauser.
Yeah, Mauser, yeah.
You know what I love doing?
Taking shots on the Mauser and
you just hear it go, screaming.
It went through. It was an open, clean wound.
He goes, it's my granddad's gun that. He shot a German with it. Goes in the wall. No, Benador.
Phoenix Knights was so fucking good, man.
There's about 3 people watching this that can relate.
It's about 20 years old as well.
Nostalgia,
it came out about 2001 it came.
Mate, I love it. I love it when he's in bed and they ring him. Mixu, pants a line.
Oh, the club's on fire. How far away are they?
We're Barmy.
We're bolting, we're Barmy.
How far away are they?
Is it bulletproof? It's like that when the oven tray. Is it bulletproof? Oh, it's non-stick.
Yeah. What does he say when she goes, do you take NUS? He goes, no, I don't take
that shit, love, and neither should you.
See how he's giving directions. And
do you know what's crazy though? If Bolton Wanderers went under, that scene would have just been kids in 20 years would have been watching that like on gold. Can you hear the hell of Bolton?
Bolton. Jolly FM coming in your ears.
So good. That Peter Kay thing's been as well. Have you seen that? The ice cream man one.
Oh, is that
there's loads of them when he's like
little skits?
Like,
he works at the arena.
He does like Phoenix Knights. That's how
the arena one's good.
Can you frisk kids?
But that's where Thingy came from. The
Phoenix Knights is on it.
You know the fire safety officer.
Keith Laird.
Oh yeah,
he
drew the fire exits. It looks like a dog.
Do you know the best bit about that episode is a disclaimer
at the end
where they go, Keith Laird is in no way related to the Bolton fire safety officer Keith Laird, who had a fondness for dogs. You're like,
you getting out?
Oh my god, it was a real guy.
Hey, you get an Alsatian. You
get an Alsatian.
Testify.
And Wolf, it went up.
Disco Inferno.
Wolf.
The boogie.
People who've not watched it are like, what are you fucking talking about?
It's really bad for people that
someone
haven't watched
shags a
it.
dog.
Yeah,
Allegedly shags a dog.
Yeah,
Well, they don't.
The windows were
He
steamed
literally
up.
uses paint to Photoshop him on the dog.
Yeah, the technology in that is quality.
Colonel, and then was it the disco machine kills him?
Oh, the captain.
Take him out here, it's murder, put him in there.
Put him in the Pennine Suite. Yeah.
What's the game again? Dash boot.
That's big.
Oh yeah, the pistol.
All right, stop
pass.
it now. We need to have these conversations on our own.
Right.
Because literally no one at home cares. Martial seemingly coming back soon.
Thank God.
Pictures have been returning to training. How much of a miss has he been, or do you think he hasn't been a miss and the problems would have still been there with him in the team?
They might have been, because I think Chelsea have survived this little transitional period better than us because they've got a very good midfield, and that midfield is creating chances for the forwards. Our forwards need to do better, probably about 20% better, I think, but they're not getting the chances. Simply, just pure and simple, not getting chances. When you look at, go look at all of the shots that United are having. They're outside the box, they're weird angles, they're defenders in front of them. How many times do we put someone? Look at the 2 goals Traore scored against City. I mean, that's because the City team's attacking and he's breaking away. But that's the sort of, if you're a counter-attacking team, that's what you should aim to be scoring.
On that note, can I just ask you though? And I'm with you, I agree. But is there an argument that our forwards aren't getting into some of the positions they should be getting into because they're not naturally?
Did anyone ever say that
instinctive?
against when Baby Beckham throws it in? No, you might be right, and I don't think Rashford is a predatory number 9.
Because there was a couple of times against Arsenal.
He's not a number 9.
Where I saw the ball
Probably
sort of lifted to the back pole, whatever. Where just Maguire, I think once had it down. I might misremember him, but I think and he just. A little bit of a poacher's instinct, I think someone would have been in there. And it's not, it shouldn't all be on Marcus, but it is. That's the way where we're at. And is that missing as well? Is it both or is it just purely
it's both. The thing is, everybody wants black and white answers. Is it Ollie or is it the board?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
both.
yeah,
I was just about to ask you that because
is it Rashford or is it the midfield? It's both.
Yeah, no,
because we see a lot of people, at this moment of time turning their attention to the Glazers. What could Ollie do better? I seen you did a video the other day. 5 things we're getting wrong.
For me,
what could Ollie be doing better? And
Andy,
feel free to chip
just 5
in
new ones.
All right, okay.
Feel free to chip it in. And you feel free to chip in. But what
More
can
pressing.
you do better?
He needs to press more.
Our press is actually pretty good, There was a couple of times against AZ. Pressing
our
doesn't
first game of the
necessarily lead
season,
to
we were
goals.
very lucky against Chelsea. And you like I say, we won 4-0, but we hit them on the break, and that was it.
I think this has been over-egged,
At times
we deserve to win that game.
Our press go in, and it's one player won't go.
Yeah, it's not systematic.
Completely. We don't see the whole team pressing at times, and you can look like a headless chicken.
I just think, going back to what you mentioned there, Howson, about Chelsea's midfield compared to ours, without Pogba, that midfield, I'm sorry.
It's shit.
And we all go on about McSauce, and we all like the way that
we don't
it's
all
funny.
go on
about all right,
it.
yeah,
About
you've
10
been
people
quite
on Twitter.
consistent with that. And we like the way Pereira gets stuck in, and we like the way that Fred sends it into Rose Ed when it's funny when you're winning. But by and large, that midfield would not get into anyone's team in the top 10. And it's our midfield. You take Paul Pogba out of midfield, and we have a bang average midfield, and probably the worst midfield I've seen as United.
But also touching on something that Andy mentioned earlier, whether the formation itself is defensive or not, we do seem to have curbed our enthusiasm. We're not really going for it as much as we once were.
Where's that form from Christmas till March?
Because we've not got the quality on the form from Christmas till March. There's a few things that need to be addressed here. The first one on the shape. For me, having that double pivot at the bottom, it doesn't give us options ahead of the ball. And that for me is the issue. When we don't have players that can move the ball quickly. And part of the reason that for the fact we don't have players that can move the ball quickly is because when they look up, they go, no options. If we had one pivot instead of a double pivot and just 1-6 there and 2 8s ahead of him rather than 1-10 who you can easily deal with and mark, you've got another option. When Maguire, here's 2 things that I liked and hated at the same time for different reasons. Maguire and Axel stepped into midfield because they're both good ball-playing centre-halves against Newcastle. And I enjoyed seeing that and I liked seeing that. And that's something I wanted to see a lot more of, and it's something I wanted to see when we signed Harry Maguire. But what happened when he stepped into midfield is, I saw it, he ran past, I think it was McTominay on the left-hand side of midfield, and Axel ran past Fred on the right side of midfield. And that's wrong. When they step into midfield, they're meant to create an overlap. They're meant to have, let's say Harry Maguire moves into midfield. Whoever that number 6 is needs to shunt off to the side and occupy some space and be an option for him. Not just let him run past, like if I'm here now, Andy's run past me. I'm the midfield, I'm supposed to be ahead of my defender. I need to go move into space. But they ran past both of them. Both of them just standing there with their finger up their arse. And then Harry Maguire's moved into midfield. Now, what's he got options-wise? He's got 2 wingers, a 10 and a striker. Are we asking Harry Maguire to put a ball in for Rashford? We shouldn't be. He's supposed to give it to the midfield, and the midfield's meant to find Rashford. But because we don't have the bodies in that final third occupying space, occupying a man, whenever he tries to play a ball in there, they've got numbers, and that's the issue. And that goes back to, that's something I think Ollie needs to improve on. But it also goes back to why was we so good for the first 3 months of Ollie's reign? The very, very simple answer is Ander Herrera.
Don't get me started.
Go look at
that tweet that's been going about recently.
Well, I'm wounded, right? Because I had all Monday and Tuesday, I had the lads looking into why. How many shots was we having? How many shots was we conceding? What was the main difference? Our average starting 11 during that time was De Gea in net, Luke Shaw, Ashley Young, Phil Jones, Lindelof. Phil Jones actually better than people give him credit for in that run. The midfield was a midfield 3, and it was Herrera, Pogba, and Matic. And the forward 3 was Jesse Lingard, Marshall, and Rashford. And we played a 4-4-2 diamond at times against the top 6 teams, and it was a 4-3-3 with Lingard coming off the right and fucking making it dead narrow against everybody else. That was the team that was dicking people. Then the injuries happened. Matic got injured, Lingard got injured, Rashford got injured but carried on playing. Who else got injured? Was it Pogba?
Pogba had knocks.
Martial, did you say Martial?
Yeah.
Oh,
he might have got injured as well. Yeah. So if Ollie wants to go back to what he was doing and was successful, we haven't got Ander Herrera. So I don't know what the fuck you're going to do to fill that hole, because let me tell you, none of them can fill it.
A case of personnel then?
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
So isn't it up to the manager then to maybe try something? Because this is my criticism of Mourinho as well. You can't always be one-dimensional.
He's got to try something new. I wanted to see him try something new. And maybe could Jimmy Garner be Ander Herrera? Probably not this week. And for example,
Rashford's out of form.
Zlatan.
Greenwood's on the bench. Like, some of these things, I know you've got to balance between, blooding them in slowly, not just pushing them in.
Do you know why you blood them in slowly? Because I only learnt this in the last 4 or 5 weeks. Do you know why?
I know what you're going to say, but go on.
Do you know why? No.
This is what you were talking about. I mean, you were talking about
probably, yeah. So I talked to the academy players, and I said, fucking had a great game there. Especially like the likes of Brandon Williams. His rise into the team, I'm fucking loving at the moment, because I love that crazy little dickhead. I really do. But when you speak to them and you go, "How was the game? How did you find it? How did you do this? How did that?" They go, "I was dead after that game." The physicality of playing men's football versus 19s and 23s, which just proves how shit them levels are, how they don't prepare you to come into the Premier League, how the reserve team system needs overhauling entirely, so they're playing more.
So do we need to utilise our loan
yeah, but you're not going to loan a 17-year-old Mason Greenwood out.
But if you look at Chelsea, they're now benefiting from Tammy Abraham having had that, because he had this kind of phase that Rashford's going through at Swansea.
Scored 5 goals in 34 games.
No one cared then.
No. And then he goes to Villa and all the rest of it. And
Tammy Abraham was always class.
Axel. Yeah. We can even use Axel as an example. He's come back ready.
They really do. They really
Correct.
do. I'm going to say this now. I won't be surprised in the next month you're going to hear Zlatan rumours. His contract's up.
That's not coming.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't think Ollie does it.
No. Well, we ain't got fucking option, mate.
You know, it's funny. Someone tweeted the other day a memory of them at Newcastle 9 years ago. I think it was Bailey on Twitter. And Ashley Young was in the stands, stood next to him at Newcastle.
I like him in the stand.
9 years later, he was starting as captain at Newcastle. And it's kind of like, how can Solskjaer possibly... So I understand why we'd sign Zlatan. I understand it. But how can you possibly justify signing a player that left the club injured? We let him go to America, and now... You're going to spin a story that this is needed to help us move forward.
We might 49 goals in 52 appearances.
I know, but listen to what I'm saying.
In America,
we let him leave the club. We let him leave the club because we were moving forward. We brought Lukaku to replace him and all this.
Well, you need a stopgap. You need a temporary
solution. I do believe that we need someone of his stature and his experience. I think we need someone of it, because even when we were speaking,
you take the pressure off Rashford. You take the pressure off Jesse. You might, and it might just get you top 6. Imagine
I don't
getting
want top 6.
I just don't.
I want top 4, or I don't want European football.
I don't. For starters, I don't think he'd do it. I don't
Europa
think
Conference,
Zlatan would
brother.
come back. To be honest with you, I don't think he would. I think he knows his levels. I think he knows. I know he's a very arrogant man, but I think if he came back to United now, come back to the Premier League after, Bradley Wright Phillips is like one of the best players.
Carlos Vela just
didn't he have 27 shots against Burnley in one game as well? Him had 20 odd shots.
So
we don't have 20 odd shots in a month at a fucking minute.
Such a different level. People were saying about Rooney, weren't they, when he started banging in goals for DC United? Getting back at United, no, it's not. The level's so different. And what is Zlatan, 38? 37, 38? Mate, he's not going to come in the Premier League.
He's a freak. He's a freak.
Even do a job now.
He is a freak, and he's been a brilliant player, and I loved him here at 28.
It's just make us more of a laughing stock than we already are, and that's saying something. I think it would.
I don't think that's a good sign for the club.
Well, do you think we're going to have to get somebody in January?
I think we were talking.
I think
someone
Ben Yedder would have been.
But it can't be Zlatan.
I think
Ben Yedder was a good shout when he's
30 million that fucker went for.
I know.
In the summer, 30 million.
Bruno Fernandes knocking him in for fun. You know what I mean?
I think Mandzukic is the one that everyone's saying, weren't they?
Well, he's 33 and he's
I know, but
playing.
as a stopgap.
Well, why not Zlatan then?
Because there's a difference between playing like in Serie A or whatever Mandzukic is playing.
Serie A's very slow, very defensive.
And being 33 and being 38 in the MLS. And let's not people forget as well. I love Zlatan, I do, and we all do.
Bad was it?
But yeah, people have these rose-tinted glasses. You did the fan cams, Macca. You remembered all the times when people were like Zlatan, man.
It's like when we were losing our mind over Rooney.
He should have gone.
Do you remember near the end we were like going crazy, and it was unfair because we look at Rooney like today we're talking about him and we want his missus to do in. We still got the Rooney's backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
like rightly so.
Like it was sad at that time because he was
he's had a conference call with the Derby lads.
Hey lads, it's only about 20 miles down the road.
Yeah.
Hey lads, you're not supposed to get caught.
Oh, you're on about the drink driving. I was on about getting some work put in on the VARDYS.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm on about what them motherfuckers did after.
Well, he's going to be their player manager in January, isn't he? I think he's not going to last there.
Well, he's going to have to. He's
Oh,
going to
really?
have
What
to play
gives you
some
that idea?
positions,
Fucking
isn't it?
logic and common sense.
Yeah.
Mate, he'll end up at United. He'll end up being the next caretaker.
Do you know what?
Him and Phil Neville.
You can say it now. I guarantee between now and the end of January, someone's writing a Get Rooney Back article. Somebody somewhere.
No, that's already out there, surely.
What's our goals tally going to be for the season?
6.
I can only see 40.
That's 7.
40 goals.
No, we'll get more than 40 eventually.
But here's the problem, right? You allowed Sanchez. Sanchez didn't work, but Sanchez was a guy that had scored 30 plus goals. Lukaku didn't work. I think we all can agree on that, and I think me and Adam in particular are pretty good about that. But that was a guy that had scored 27 goals in a United shirt. We allowed them lots of bounce. Fellaini would score us random goals, usually very random goals, but he did score goals. We let all of them bounce. We couldn't keep hold of Ander Herrera. We didn't let him go. He wanted to go. I seen someone being like, he chose to let him go. No, he didn't. We let all of that go, and then we went, right, Marcus, right, Anthony, and Marcus, Mason, put them blocks down and come over here.
Who made that call? Who made that? Was it Solskjaer?
I doubt it.
See, the thing is, it's either a call that he's made, knowing very well I've got the time here.
Yeah,
So
like I've got 5
I'm very
years and next year I'm
comfortable.
getting...
I'm very
Sancho
comfortable
or
in
at
this
someone.
because
he's
it's
got
going to
his time
hurt.
now.
It's going to hurt, but these lot are going to be the benefit of it. And I actually think with Martial in the team, we're beating a couple of teams.
Who's creating the chances? The midfield couldn't pass fucking water.
Supply, demand. You can't expect the
It's just that
strikers to
double
do it all
whammy
on
of
their
having
own.
Pogba and Martial at the team.
You got Andreas
That
Pereira
is
having
a
more
massive
shots
loss.
than our entire forward line combined.
The other day against Newcastle, it took him to run at them.
Right, here's the issue, right? Because he will run at someone, and he's, do you know what?
It's
As far as a
frustrating,
technical
though.
player goes,
Him and
he's
Fosu
mint,
were my
but he
favourite
has got
players
the
in that.
fucking decision making of a fucking dead frog. He's just got nothing going on upstairs, has it? And he's like, why would I pass? To
I think he
someone in
wants to
space
try and play.
when I could shoot.
I think he wants to try and play quick.
It's just
football,
madness,
like-
isn't it? It is madness.
And he looks good when he tries to do things. But
Do you reckon
ultimately
Fosu
he's
getting
not.
injured could have saved his United career? Because with how short we are in midfield, I reckon if he's putting in half a performance in training, there's a good chance to be like fucking.
I would be happy to see Tim Fosu.
I always wanted to see a midfield of Timbo in the 6,
Yeah.
Pogba and Angel Gomez.
I remember you saying on a preview once you can't do that. It's not allowed.
Yeah, it's not allowed.
It's not allowed.
It's not allowed publicly. So.
Yeah.
So
But
can we see that?
I feel a bit sorry for him as well because he had
Sam-
them awful low moves, didn't he? Like low moves at bad clubs, bad time for him, picking up injuries.
He went to Palace, and Palace was like, "Hey, this Timbo kid's good.
Oh, you're
How
not
fucking
Timbo.
good's that Wan-Bissaka kid though?"
So he loses his place to him, goes to Fulham, who were doomed and were just proper
Jesse
struggling.
Lingard got Birmingham. He did well for a bit.
He went
Scored 4 in his
Birmingham,
debut.
Derby, Leicester.
Yeah.
Oh, funny enough, I was doing that dodgy commentating on that game. When he scored 4 goals.
Dodgy commentating?
With the Chinese bookies.
It's a colourful life.
Have you never... So back in the day...
I think we should leave this.
Nah, I used to... It was a long time ago. I don't do it anymore. I used to have these people in my ear. I've told this story on the kickoff.
I think you need to tell counsel of this.
I've told this story on the kickoff.
People in your ear?
Yeah. So
Not in your
I'd
ear.
have like a hands-free kitten.
Right.
I'll tell him, Father.
And I'd have to tell them like... home team attacking.
Right.
Home team corner.
Yeah.
Home team goal.
Right.
How the fuck do you get a signal?
Like stuff like... It's a phone call, like not text.
Either way.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd just do that. Get paid like 70 quid on my match ticket. Job done.
But you had to go and watch Birmingham versus whoever.
I did. I went to Birmingham games to do that. I went to West Brom games. I remember seeing a good cup game between West Brom and Newcastle. I went to Birmingham under 23 games, Walsall games to do that. They used to ask me to do United games. And I used
Confessions,
to be like, no, thank you.
Hey, that's what I mean.
And then I started doing all this shit at United games instead. What a bellend.
There you go.
And the rest they say is history.
But yeah, that's some real stuff.
Maybe we can get one of them headsets for some of the players.
Headsets.
Whatever it was.
Like
Like they having JD. Like they having JD. Can have a
Shoot.
a size 9.
Kick the ball.
On a number 9.
Breathe in. Breathe
Put
out.
it forward.
That'd be good, that.
I hate football.
I hate football too. We got Liverpool next as well.
I did love the picture of the Joker though with Ed Woodward. I did love that. I was
Well
pissing
done,
myself.
Sabaka.
Sorry, I'm still in Rebecca Vardy's mentions because it's hilarious. Let me get another question for you guys. I enjoyed that little chat that we just had. Is Ollie, actually, this was the question I had for you guys. Is Ollie going to be here at Christmas? Because if you remember me when saying, even after the Paris game, and even when he got the job, I was scared that we'd be in this position of giving him the job, a knee-jerk reaction, and then by Christmas, we want to sack him.
It's emotion, isn't it?
And it's happening.
But sacking managers does not do a damn thing. Like, I've seen people saying, get Allegri in. Oh.
Allegri needs a lot more than what he's got here.
You telling me you
Allegri,
don't know
though,
who
I
Allegri
saw
is, then?
Abdullah was like slagging that idea off.
He's right. Allegri's got a bit of a thing, not quite in the same level in terms of like one-on-one coaching, which Pep definitely has. Like, you got to give him credit for that. But he's got this thing where he's only ever been to very big clubs and successful clubs, except when he went to Milan that had just got rid of.
Finished 10th, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's like an LVG,
And
isn't it?
he unravelled it quicker than fucking Mourinho in a bad mood. Like, it just went, I think it went to something about 3 months or something like that. Like, Allegri has only ever been at massively successful clubs.
He'd be okay if you brought him in the summer and said, here's 300 million.
I don't know if he would be.
But like, no,
This
but I
team
mean,
needs so much work.
not many managers are going to be able to come in the middle of a
Oh,
season.
you mean no managers are going to be able to turn this around?
I think you saw like there are some, obviously Sakali bringing back in as caretaker manager might have that effect again. But like you do obviously get a little bit of a knee jerk from some caretaker managers.
Ole, director of football, move him upstairs.
Why?
I don't think.
I think he'll be good. He could be good at that.
But you're
Based on
guessing.
what?
You're guessing, no.
Based on what?
None of us really know
What
what, a director of
qualifications
football does.
does
The only
for a
reason
director
you
of
do
football?
that, the only reason you move Ollie upstairs is because you don't want to sack him. Because you're scared of the backlash. But I don't even think, I think now
What
we're at a
credentials has he
stage
got for a
where...
director of football?
There is look.
Yeah.
We're at a tipping point with the club and the fans and the owners.
We keep saying this though.
No, but like
I think
you
there's-
hear
there's
fuck
that- there's-
all from him. They say nothing. You hear these murmurs. They had a emergency meeting on Monday. And
Joe,
he's
when
got
someone says
till the
that-
Norwich game.
Stop following Indy Kayla.
You follow him if
solve-
you want to know what's on the KFC menu.
Yeah. They didn't have an emergency meeting.
He asked someone
They
for
wasn't
my
gonna be
phone number
thinking.
once.
Oh, my.
And I texted him and said, yeah, don't give him that.
Hey?
Just don't give him that. Give him an email address.
Yeah. Did you go like, yeah, there you go. 999, ring it.
Edward Woodward. Edward.woodward@manunited.co.uk.
No, not him. Indy Kayla asked
Yeah,
for
I
my
know.
number.
That's the address you give him.
Yeah.
Daily, mate. Yeah, he knows.
But I see
Edward
loads of people
Woodward.
saying that. Ollie for director of football and bring Wenger in. Did you not see how Arsenal fans lost their fucking minds under Wenger?
Can't
Fam.
Wenger him.
They lost their fucking minds.
Blood.
Why did you bring a guy in that has clearly not won anything? What is Arsene Wenger going to do? Like, you can only piss with the cock you got, right? And we have got a fucking shriveled
Is that
up fucking
Shakespeare?
embarrassment, I think so, of a fucking pean arse in this midfield. That's the issue. The team is not good enough. You get us a better team, watch what happens. It's our worst start since 30 years. Remind me who was in charge 30 years ago.
Is Ali the man, though?
I don't know. No, none of us know.
I'll take the history repeating
I don't think he is,
itself.
but none of us know.
89, 90.
And that's the same way
Win the FA Cup.
The difference
None
is,
of us know, though.
the difference is with
I'll
that,
take
and
that.
people keep throwing
Finishing
this
13th.
about 30 years ago, and Fergie came to United with an amazing record.
Okay, but
Ollie hasn't got that in the bank.
He broke up the old firm and
That's
beat
what-
Real Madrid.
Yeah,
he
with
did.
people
Aberdeen.
came, and you can see, like, this guy knows his stuff.
He
His
still had
record
four-
is amazing.
No,
he had
but
4
he was
years
3.5
before that
years in.
critical point. He
was-
had 86 to 90, didn't he? He was 4 years.
Right,
3.5 years in, when all of the Terrell Fergie stuff was going on, what he did was irrelevant because Jose Mourinho was the best manager available, and we still binned it.
I love that, seeing Pete Molyneux. I follow Pete Molyneux on Twitter, who obviously made that Terrell Fergie.
Yeah.
And he was tweeting about people asking for Ollie out the other day, and I just found like
I'll
it's
admit
crazy
this.
like how the world changes.
But
and stuff.
look at what you can't. I'm trying to say is here with what Jose did, and his CV and what he'd done in the past was clearly fucking irrelevant to what he did at United. What Fergie did at United was clearly irrelevant, and vice versa to what he did with Aberdeen. Has to be. But what Fergie did here, he came second, and everyone must have been, we're in the mix now. This Scottish fucker's got it. He knows what he's doing. The next season we came 11th. You put someone going from second to 11th on a 2019 template and tell me they make it to Christmas, because I'll tell you, you're a liar. The next season we came 13th.
Well, Josie went from first with Chelsea to 16th,
binned.
15th.
Didn't last till Christmas, did it?
Well, he didn't deserve to. I think that's the point. Everyone at the moment is using Ollie's demise to rewrite history over Jose Mourinho. And I think it's important to note that even Jose said he deserved the sack. And I think it was quite obvious
the
he
people
deserved the sack. And I think at the moment, if Ollie got sacked, it'd be because he deserved the sack. But whether he does or not, I don't know. Do we need to wrap up?
Yeah.
People that are saying Fergie got the time, like you just said, because of what he'd achieved in the past. Well, why didn't Jose get the time? You can't have it one way for one and a different way for
I
another.
think he got the time because people behind the scenes saw
No,
that
but-
what he was doing was working. And
Yeah.
that's why I asked the same
got
question
rid-
about
Fergie
Ollie.
overhauled the entire club.
Oh, yeah.
He's tripled the number of
Drink-
scouts. Jose didn't do any of that.
Drinking club
Fergie
culture
was,
No,
at the
Jose
club
didn't do
gone.
any of that.
Got
Fergie
rid-
came in.
Paul
Jose-
Jose's
McGrath.
not here right now.
Got rid of Paul McGrath, got rid of Peter Davenport.
Yeah, fan favourites.
Norman Whiteside. He got
Imagine
rid
if
of
there was
him. He got
Fancam
rid of
right
him.
now. This fucking Scotch
So
prick
what
don't have a
Solskjaer
fucking...
did?
Imagine him. Like,
What
this
Solskjaer
Scotch
done
prick
now?
don't have a
He's got
fucking...
got
rid
the
of
job
him.
on a technicality.
Yeah, he
the
got-
club's
no,
being
but he's got-
recommended.
This isn't
He's
fucking
got-
Aberdeen, mate. This is a fucking
Solskjaer
big
has got
club.
the bad apples out.
You
Give
bring
me
your
Robbo
God-
to the end of the season.
You and Gordon
There's your
Strachan down
comparison.
here.
There's your comparison. Solskjaer's got rid of the
I'd
bad
love
apples.
if we could do that. Like,
The start, like,
you know,
the retro.
if Andy could actually act and he wasn't just is from his heart, because that's why Andy's good. Because when he talks from the heart, right?
Yeah,
so if you could act,
if
if you could get people to act, yeah.
Yeah,
How,
it's the
like-
17th of March, 1989. We're here with...
I was there, Crystal Palace,
We'll film it
saying
on a cam-
Fergie.
we'll film it on a camcorder.
I'll even admit it.
Yeah,
It'll take 3 of us to lift it, but we'll film it on a camcorder.
With the dates in
Yeah,
the mid-
and
in
you
the
can
corner.
do like the...
All right, I'll get the DeLorean and we'll fucking go and do it.
Sounds like a plan. On
I
that
can
note,
get a DeLorean as well, actually. My dad's mate, he actually does the
Andy will
Commodore
sort that DeLorean out in a
one
bit.
that actually travels time.
I don't know, but we can work on
Need
it.
to go.
We're just finished.
I don't know, have we?
Yeah.
Al-Qaeda.
How many is that?
Do Molly of the week
Yeah, I
before
think
we
I got
go.
him.
One word, Wally of the week. I am Madam Mckola. Rebecca Vardy.
Oh, hang on, no. Wally of the week.
Beat me to it.
Ollie
day
of
we
the
on?
week. What did you just say?
I said Wally of the week.
Oh, I thought you said
What
Ollie
day
of
are we
the
on?
week. Are we changing
What
it?
day are we on?
Is it that bad?
Wednesday today, isn't it?
Yeah.
All day.
So between Wednesday and Wednesday.
I haven't really got one.
Rebecca
Just have one
Vardy.
anyway.
Rebecca
Don't tell me
Vardy.
what to do.
I've not really got... How can you not have a fucking Molly of the week?
Rebecca Vardy.
Gareth A. Davis.
Right, thank you.
Ashley Young.
It's always-
No.
Right, go on. Right.
No.
It'll be 1 minute. Someone's trying to come in.
Who's yours?
I don't know. Woodward. Sorry.
The Joker.
That was a great picture, by the way. Thank
Yeah,
you to
well
Bakaboom for sorting that out.
And don't forget as well, just before we go,
Harrys.com/devils.
get your
Don't look like Al-Qaeda.
get your shaving trial set from Harry's. Harrys.com.
It's mint.
And check me out on Instagram.
If you see me with a clean shave tomorrow, you know why I got excited with my Harrys.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into the podcast. Make sure you're liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Make sure you're reviewing us on iTunes, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that jazz. Make sure you're following Andy Tate on Instagram. Make sure you're checking out our kid over there on
Sheffield Paddock.
Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and all that jazz.
Pornhub.
Pornhub as well. He's got a new one on there. Jay
I'll go by
at
the name of
RFFH.
Mancunian Swordsman.
Mancunian sauce. That's a good name. That's a good name. It's
Big
healthy.
J, that's his.
Big J.
Not Pornhub one.
That's a good one as well. What would mine be? The Big Mac.
The Big Mac. Oh, he thought that one before.
Yes. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. See you later. Stay safe.